What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Revelation 11:27. I swear, I'm not angry. I just speak like that. I speak with power and authority because that's what God has given me. That's what God gives everyone, right? But people choose to not use it, or they could choose to use it in a negative way, and that's when my power can knock down those that used it in a bad way. Which is where the authority comes from, you know? Come on. Let's start off this message with some angel messages. Let's see what the angels want us to know. Actually, let me see. My hands feel just slippery, wobbly. Must be for a reason. Oh. It says, trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. And that is what you've been doing, right? You've been praying, you've been asking God, you've been asking the angels, you've been asking the universe for some guidance on how to achieve a certain thing, on how to achieve a certain job, how to achieve a certain relationship, how to achieve a goal. And you've been guided on what to do, right? Yeah, and it says acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels, with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential, which is what I'm doing here, right? I see myself and others through the eyes of the angels, meaning with unconditional love. And unconditional love does not mean go back to the same people that were planning my murder. No. Unconditional love is like, oh, girl, I see you for what that is, and you were my friend, you were my mother, but that doesn't mean I have to deal with you ever again in my life. No, that is when I have unconditional love for myself, and you have learned that too recently, right? Life purpose. You're in your life purpose right now, whoever I'm speaking to. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. That is one of the reasons, that is one of the ways that you can see whether or not you're in your life purpose. Whether it is that you're, whatever it is that you're doing, is it bringing happiness to you and others? That's your life purpose. Not just to you and others. That is a life purpose. Because God made us all to help each other, not to be stingy and greedy and malicious. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. Right? So before this, you were already serving a purpose. You had a certain passion that you liked to do, or a certain career that you were interested in. Right? And you were serving a purpose, meaning that you were doing that job, or you were in that career, serving a purpose for that specific job or for that specific career. And that's when you were serving a purpose, which we all go through, right? We all go through many different jobs. Like, I've worked everywhere. I've washed dishes, I've worked at hotels, I've worked as an assistant. I've worked everywhere. Like, I but does that mean that I am going to work anywhere now? No, because I was serving a purpose when I was doing all that. Right? And now, because I was doing all that, I grew into my own skills, into my own talents, into my own abilities. And now the purpose is serving me. And whatever it is that I was doing, it was not only bringing joy to myself, but to others. We're not speaking about the karmics that see the joy and they deny it. We're not speaking about the karmics that hate. No, we're speaking about whatever it is, whether it's entertainment, whether it's you being a doctor, saving a life, whether it's you being a police officer, keeping people protected, whatever it is, right? Everything that you've done in your life up until this point should let you know, should give you an idea as to what your purpose really is. And if you need more assistance with that, you can seek, whatever advice, spiritual advice, professional advice, whichever. What do we need to see, Spirit? What? The Fool couldn't see the Fool. He's just walking. He's happy as fuck because he doesn't even need to know what he's going to do tomorrow. He just knows what he's going to do today because he's being guided. The Fool is a new beginning. So this is how you're heading to your life purpose, to your new beginning. Happy as fuck. You're probably a free-spirited individual, and this excites you, right? I know for sure it excites me. And you're excited to celebrate with maybe a group of people that you see as trustworthy. Maybe a group of friends that, here's 3. I mean, I can relate to that, relate to that within the last 2 weeks, because before that, I was 0. And like I said before, I'd rather be alone than with bad company, right? Guys, look at this. This is, on the last reading, we got the Empress. Look at you, looking at the Empress, looking at someone that you see as your equal, right? As someone as you see as your counterpart, as your divine counterpart. To me, we've got the 3 of Swords here. But we got it with the Ace of Swords. Meaning that I think the energy's similar. We're just getting more detail, literally on all of the readings from today. But you had to speak some type of truth, right? In order for you not to be heartbroken, in order for you not to be in sorrow. You had to speak up your mind. You had to speak up. You had to defend what you love, what you most care for. So you could release that pain. So you could release that guilt. And it looks like to me, you're already hitting there, right? Look, fast, speed, maybe an offer to work together with the Empress. Maybe you want to work together with this feminine energy that you see. Well, no, it is a new beginning. Come on, we got the Fool. It is your new beginning with the Empress. That is what it... Look at you, staring at the Empress, from the horizon. Wow. Look, fast action, fast speed. You're coming up as the King of Cups. You have opened your heart, right? You have learned how to feel deeply now. And you're not scared to do so. Because, come on, that's what makes a man a real man, right? For a man to feel and understand. And protect, and and stand up for what's right, and not let anyone step over his empress. That is the world. That is your destined path. This is your destiny. How many readings do we need to I'm just kidding. I just like to do this, because I love what I do. I am in my life purpose, as you guys can see. And there have been a lot of days, a lot of times where the energy has been quite the opposite, right? So now that it's not, it's okay. It's okay to see it again and again and again, because people don't realize the amount of work you have to do to break a generational curse, right? To step in your destiny. People don't realize that, but that's okay. Takes a lot of preparation, right? A lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of self-realization, right? A lot of sitting back and dealing with your feelings and not skipping over that. A lot of times where you've probably felt isolated, trapped in your own mind. That's what awakening does. That's what stepping into your destiny does. That's why everyone stopped talking to me when I realized that everyone really had second motives, and that everyone was seeing me as a dollar sign, and that everyone was trying to smear my name. I'm like, girl, literally the opposite of who I am. But oh well. Look, this is the balance that you needed. And with the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles here, right? It's also, not only this is the balance that you needed emotionally, but maybe this is the Empress. Come on, the Empress is also business savvy, right? She is able to make her own coins, right? She creates. She is a creative person, and she's able to birth anything into reality. The Empress is, come on. She embodies all of the energies, all of the queens. That is the balance that you needed in your life. Because you are the King of Pentacles as well, right? But you needed that love. You needed that feminine energy in your life. You needed your divine feminine in your life. You needed your divine feminine in your life instead of all that arguing with everyone that you were at. Is there a difference? Okay, good. I just wanted to make it clear. Yeah. Come on, Galactic Federation, for allowing for this union to be protected. Because things could have gone different, but we're not going to speak about that, right? Especially things could have gone so different when we have these karmics and these people that do so much behind the scenes, behind closed doors, and use people of authority, people in the justice systems, right? And bribe them, make it hard for literally someone that probably didn't commit any crimes or anything, to allow them to go to prison or get stuck. No. That is why we had, in this case, in my case, in your case, we had to have divine intervention. And divine intervention, right, is when the Galactic Federation comes here down to this realm. And that's why you see all those blue orbs and people, oh my gosh, aliens. Yeah, they're not here for you, so don't worry. They're here to really do what they need to do. And that is why you see all of these karmic people that never thought in their life they were going to get caught. That's why you see them like all stressed, anxious, defeated, in a crisis. And if you have a question for spirit, for angels about something, I want you to think about that question. And the answer is yes. That is a confirmation that you needed, right? But look, let's be grateful for what we've learned in this journey of awakening, right? People that we thought were angels, people that we thought were good people, people that we thought were there for us, were really just devilish energies, right? They put up a front in front of our faces, right? That they couldn't hurt a fly. Like my mother, the way she cries is so ugly and so manipulative and so like fake. Just thinking about it. Ugh. Fire. Just kidding. No. Whatever it is that you're doing, just keep it to yourself, right? Because if you're like me, you have people from like blank profiles watching your social media stories, right? With like little flower photos as a default, like all that. It's people being nosy, trying to get into your business ever since you've dived into your destiny, into your path. And look, something that's really special about being in your life purpose is the ability to not only bring joy to yourself, but others, right? But also the ability to keep the things that you hold most dearest to you up close. Like your values, your morals, and your integrity. Awakening does not change who you are, but it just improves it, right? It alters your consciousness, your DNA. If you let it, if you don't work against the current. Let's get one of these actually. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Go outside and listen to the birds. They sing so beautiful. And if you really listen to them, they always have a message. What else do we need to see, Spirit? It says, crossroad. A road in the open reveals the best way. So you see that road that reveals the best way, right? Choose wisely your path to avoid any dismay. Follow your dreams with faith and precision, so that road that you see and that it's revealing to you the best way, and you feel that, right, in your heart. That's the road of your dreams, right? With faith. All will be clear once you've made your decision. And just like the fool, right? The fool has already made the decision. That's what he's just, and like all the photos right there is the end of the cliff. And the fool has already decided that he's going to jump the cliff because he knows that God and all the ancestors and everyone from the spirit world has already promised him something. And he knows, and the fool knows that he will not die from jumping over that cliff. Instead, that is what God wants you to do. That is your, yeah. And everything will be clear once you've made that decision. Once you are sure about it. That is beautiful, right? Because like I always say, and you don't have to be 100% sure about it. No, you don't have to be like that, right? As long as it is the road that reveals your happiness, that reveals your faith, that reveals your true heart's desires, that reveals love. Because remember, love is the highest energetic frequency, and without love, you have nothing. But yeah, thank you guys for coming back to my channel. Thank you for being part of this little spiritual family that we got with amazing, great vibes. See you guys next time. Bye. Thanks.